So here it is in the back of the truck. It fits nice and easy. Made in China, it says. It's probably going to be a whole lot of styrofoam and packaging. Okay, we found a replacement 24-inch built-in dishwasher online, in stock at Lowe's. We like to buy our appliances at Lowe's because they have them in stock. You can leave that day with an appliance. If you go to Home Depot, no, you're not allowed to leave with an appliance. They have to deliver it to you at a time that's convenient for them. I don't have a pickup truck for nothing, and I don't have time to wait for two guys to show up 3 days later with a delivery. Now, I will say this, availability was somewhat limited. We got this in a stainless finish. If we'd wanted a white finish, we'd be waiting till almost October for one to come in, and I don't know why. Must have something to do with the COVIDs. Otherwise, though, we always almost always buy our appliances at Lowe's, and we never get the extended warranty. Although I'm a big proponent of getting an extended warranty on your vehicle at the time of purchase, I'm not a big proponent of an extended warranty or a service plan on appliances. But to each their own. Additionally, as far as disposing of the old dishwasher, which is off camera behind it, I'll throw that in the truck and dispose of it at the scrapyard, along with the old air conditioner that's off camera, and probably a couple sets of brake rotors from some vehicles. Because you see, this year, 2020, in addition to being the year that COVID canceled all my vacation plans, it seems to be the year that everything broke. First, it was a pickup truck, so I went and bought a new pickup truck. Then it was my cell phone, so then I bought a new cell phone. Then it was the air conditioner, so I bought a new air conditioner. Now it's the dishwasher. What else can break? I don't know, but I'll handle it. So maybe there's a reason I'm not going on vacation this year. It's because I'm buying all kinds of new crap. So I'm not really going to do an install video, but I will give you a couple tips if you want to do an installation like Squibload. So the first thing is you're going to need some materials to do the installation. One thing is you're going to need wooden shims. Instead of being a douchebag and lowering the rear feet on the dishwasher where it's underneath the cabinet beyond the Pergo floor, where it's a 1/4 inch lower to the subfloor, simply shim it out. That way, if somebody ever has to remove it, they don't have to deal with rusted, frozen feet that won't turn and have to take a pry bar and bend the feet in order to get the dishwasher out without destroying the Pergo floor. Just saying. Now, these shims are available at Home Depot and Lowe's and other stores. They're made in South Africa. Another thing you're going to need is Teflon tape, unless you want pipe dope. I prefer Teflon tape over pipe dope. I know a lot of guys would rather just use the paste. I think it's messy, and this really isn't. This Teflon tape is just regular old PTFE Teflon tape made in America, and I'm going to need that for the water connection. Another thing I'm going to need for the water connection is a 15mm flare nut wrench or open-end wrench. This one is made by Snap-on, and it'll fit just fine. The standard equivalent is probably a 9/16, but this seemed to fit the flare fitting for the water supply just fine, so that's what I'll use. For the electrical, I could put a plug and receptacle, you know, male-female end on both the electrical coming out from all the way back to the service, and wire up the, bumping the tripod here, wire up the dishwasher with a male plug and make all that work. If I was going to be pulling the dishwasher out on a semi-irregular basis, I'd do that. But instead, I'm going to hardwire it. So I'll simply use wire nuts. And I'll go ahead and use some American-made electrical tape to wrap around those wire nuts, both to keep them from rattling loose from maybe any vibration from shaking them loose, and also to protect them just in case any water leaks underneath there. And since I'm using orange wire nuts, I'll use orange electrical tape. Why not? Lastly, I recommend having a beer. Just because. You never know. Now, there are some prerequisites. If you want to do it the Squibload way, these are some other things you need to consider. In addition to the tools or accessories, maybe consumables that you might need in order to do this install job. One, make sure that you do it on the only day off you have for the whole week. Because, you know, you wouldn't want to be doing something better on your day off. 2, make sure that the night before you stay up really late to do a live show and then get up really early the next morning to do a live show. And don't really get a whole lot of sleep in between. 3, don't have anything to eat. Doing this on an empty stomach will definitely improve your mood and your concentration level. And 4, make sure that you rush out to get it before the bad weather rolls in. The bad weather that they're saying we could have flash flooding from. That way you don't bring it home soggy. So those are my prerequisites and my recommendations for the things that you might need if you were to do a dishwasher install the Squibload way. After removing the box and all the packaging, here it is. It's got brackets, instruction manual, a lot more packaging in here, lots of inserts. Hopefully this is more energy efficient than the old one. Maybe we save a little on the electric and the water bill. I don't know, all the styrofoam they use in the packaging, that might just kill the environment. Who knows? But lots of plastic to remove. I thought I would go ahead and add this to the video. This is the problem that I've run into so far. Here is the supply line, and here is the old supply line. It was supposed to come with an adapter. I've looked everywhere, in the packaging, inside of the dishwasher, everywhere. I cannot find an adapter. So I had to go down to Ace Hardware, and I had to buy this dishwasher elbow. So it goes from a 3/8 inch compression line to a 3/4 hose. It's got the rubber fitting in there. Doing this one-handed here. And I can take off this compression fitting with the ferrule. I'll just save those in with my spare parts. And I'll simply I'll put pipe dope on this and thread this in and then adapt it to the dishwasher. You can see I've got it here installed. I was very careful. I wanted to make sure I didn't cross-thread it. This is brass and the fitting is plastic. I really think Samsung should have put maybe a stainless steel threaded end on that to make it a little bit more durable. I've got pipe dope here. Made sure I tighten the compression fitting with my flare nut wrench, and I'm going to go ahead, hook up the electrical, and try to test this with the dishwasher as far out from the counter as possible to ensure there's no leaks coming from the supply or from the drain. So next is electrical and then a test. Alright, the dishwasher is installed and I've ran it once to test for leaks. I tried using one of the more elaborate modes and it was just taking too long, so I just decided to put it on the express mode. And I kept watching the supply and drain hoses to see if there were any leaks. There weren't. So I went ahead and after it was all done, I was absolutely sure there were no leaks. I put it underneath the counter and I used the feet at the bottom to raise it up. Because I've got a granite countertop, I really can't anchor it into the top. I'm going to have to shim it out a little on the side, and I'm actually thinking about using leftovers from when I installed a storm door last year to fill in as trim. But that'll be something for later. For right now, we've got a working dishwasher. And one feature I wanted to point out over here is that all of the buttons are hidden. So you've got power. See, it all lights up, it chimes. It's just like our Samsung washer and dryer. And there's different modes. You've got auto, normal, heavy, express. That's what I used just to test it. And I did some dishes. They turned out just fine. We've got high temperature steam wash, sanitize, and a plate dryer, as well as a delayed start. So I'd say my disappointment is that it's made in China, whereas our other Samsung appliances, I believe, are made in Mexico, and that it didn't come with the adapter that I had to go down to Ace Hardware to buy, even though the instructions kind of implied it came with the adapter. Other than that, it seems to be pretty straightforward, simple. It's lightweight. It's easy for one person to move around. Installation wasn't that bad. Yeah, I'm going to have to shim it out a little bit. It didn't really come with anything that I could use to trim around the edges or whatnot. But, I mean, they would just be assuming the finish of the cabinets or wherever you had to make it fit in. So that's kind of on me to do. Otherwise, it seems to be pretty good setup here as far as the variety of dishes you can fit into it. I was a little bit skeptical at first about having hidden controls, but that actually kind of cleans things up a little bit. So I would say for $430 with a 1-year factory warranty and an extended warranty available, even though I don't buy those, it's not really that bad of an option if you needed a replacement dishwasher. Electrical was easy to install. The drain line was easy to install. The only thing was the hot water supply. That's really about it. So there's my video on our new dishwasher. Thanks for watching.